I'm Cecilia Cairns. I'm a consumer with Community Reach Center in Commerce City.
I'm Adrienne Marsh. I'm a therapist with the Crisis Response Team with Community Reach Center.
When I was little and growing up, I had mentioned to my mom that I felt off. I didn't feel right. You know, the only thing that she thought of was, well, it's got to be a physical ailment. So she took me to a family doctor. He ended up diagnosing me with borderline hyperactivity, which was wrong. Being a teenager, it got worse, as all teenagers, but it was like exacerbated worse, that I actually had quite a few suicide attempts. I didn't know why I felt the way that I did inside of me. Well, after my teens and into my 20s, it was just up and down roller coaster with my emotions, and I ended up losing full custody rights to my son due to my bipolar, and they had made a recommendation for me to go and get help. And I did it, and I finally got diagnosed the day before my 30th birthday, having bipolar disorder, PTSD. Finally, when I did get diagnosed and everything like that I put a label on it, and it took the crazy out of what I was experiencing, that, oh, there is something that fits this, it makes sense. I've steadily become a lot better, and I live on my own, and that I'm thriving and I'm growing and tackling issues that I need to on my own. And in the last month, though, I tried to confront a situation that had been in my life dealing with my ex, which triggered something inside of me. And I had been in a therapy session with my therapist. She had asked me at the end of the session if I was experiencing suicidal ideation, and I was being honest with her, and I told her I was. So she made the recommendation that she was going to put me on an M1 hold, and they went ahead and transported me to a local hospital, and they ended up talking to me a little bit and had somebody from Community Reach come out and assess me. After Steve had assessed me, he actually made the recommendation for me to go to one of the treatment houses, and I told him, unfortunately, I could not do that because of the fact that I have a little cat at home, that nobody could take care of her. So he actually came up with another option of CRT, and actually had mentioned to me that this other option may actually work a lot better for me because of my situation, that I have a responsibility for my pet.
He was able to discharge her home. He walked right in my desk and said, hey, I have somebody who needs our help for Crisis Response Team. So what happened is we pretty much wrapped Cecilia in services during this crisis time. I called her as soon as she got home from the hospital. We made an appointment for the next day. We saw each other 3 days that week, and she was even able to get in with her therapist, and we all worked together to provide support for Celia to get her through this. And now she's doing really well.
So well that I actually ended up quitting smoking, and I decided to get a membership at the Commerce City Rec Center.
She's using all the tools and all the strengths that she's been working on and worked on and realized to help her get out of that hard place.
I am not going to give up, and I'm moving forward, and I'm just living proof that anybody that has a mental illness can succeed in life.